British business podcast viewers and listeners out there, we've got another fantastic session this morning. I'm delighted to welcome Tony Pilling from Inspiring On. Welcome.
Thank you.
Do us a favour, and can you go straight into what it is you do?
Yes, certainly, yes. So Inspiring On deliver temporary and permanent staffing to the care sector. So we currently service about 150 care homes and services in Cornwall. And we're just about to start servicing nationwide to a few larger sort of businesses. We're also going for our CQC registration. So
what is CQC?
So that's Care Quality Commission. So it enables us to actually deliver care direct out, to the community. So rather than being that third party, we can actually then have our own services and deliver it straight out into the community.
So they're the regulator that keeping you in check, if you like, and the care homes.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So it's really exciting times. This year we're also the main sponsor for the Care and Occupational Therapy Show at Exeter, at West Point in Exeter. We've been trading now for about 2 years.
Okay.
We've seen huge existential growth, and that is due to our values. I believe our values are, what we're striving to do, which is to try and create positive change within healthcare.
Okay, so you are a business that were conceived in the pandemic.
Well, it's very strangely enough, it was 2 months after the pandemic actually happened. I had 6 recruiters all ready to go, and everything, all the wheels fell off. Obviously, the government put restrictions in place about not being able to move staff between care homes. Care homes didn't want to take on any new clients. It was extremely challenging, and I held it together during the pandemic. Gained my first clients, which were, was in Cornwall. Travelled down to Cornwall. At the time, I had no staff because I couldn't even recruit. I went out into the care homes myself, and I spent 6 months in the care home working night shifts, and then in the day I would have a bit of sleep, come home, I would do the recruiting, so I would do interviewing, due diligence, all the compliance stuff, and do the bookings, and then go and do my night shift again. And I did that for about 6 to 8 months to get the business up and running, and now we're flying.
So in 2 years you've gone from 0 to 150 clients.
Yeah.
What is the main problem you're solving?
Well, as it stands at the minute, and I'm going to be absolutely open about this, at the minute we're not kind of really solving a problem because, the care industry, what you've got at the minute, so many agencies out there. I see it as like a pack of cards, are just being continually shuffled. The care staff aren't out there. So what we're doing is we're building up our care staff. We're looking after them in a different way as to how other people look after them. It's the caring, the nurturing, the offers of support. Obviously other people do these things, but we're trying to think of innovative ways to actually look after the carers better. So, it's all about putting them first. It's about paying them well. We pay £11 an hour minimum. They deserve that,
And so right now, 150 clients, is that at a ceiling? Are you looking for more? Is it an expansion plan?
No, there's a big expansion plan. So I'm currently in talks with a large children's homes provider that could see about 280 children's homes come on board. I'm in talks with a couple of local authorities. We're always open for new business, and we're always looking at ways to streamline our practices to make things better, quicker, easier, more efficient. And we're always looking for more ways to reward our staff. Our retention rate is fantastic. It's about 98%. We've probably lost about 3 or 4 staff in the 2 years that we've been going, and we've actually offered, I think, 5 staff on a temp to perm basis to our clients, and we don't charge a temp to perm fee. So what a lot of agencies do is you have a consultation period. So if you worked for an agency and you wanted to join Care Home A, you would have to work for, say, 12 or 26 weeks. And then at the end of that, there's a fee, which is normally around 10 to 15%. We don't charge that fee because I can't see the value of that. I've got to look after my client and look after my staff member. I'm potentially preventing them from getting a job by having a fee at the end of that consultation period, and I'm also taking, and I would see it as an unethical charge to my client when care homes are already struggling. You know, we need to work with our clients to ensure that homes aren't closing down, that homes are supported. You know, that £3,000 they pay for one member of staff, that member of staff could leave in 2 or 3 months, and then that's £3,000 to the wall. You know, they'd be much better spending that £3,000 on looking after their residents. You know, I think it's a different mindset that I think we need to start thinking about in healthcare now.
So you really are quite holistic in looking at your solution.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got so many ideas that we're putting into practice, so much interest from different parts of different sectors as well that really want to get behind to support healthcare. You know, healthcare is in bits. I mean, it couldn't be any more broken, you know. Every time it hit rock bottom, it found another rock bottom. And I think, you know, we're trying to keep that in the limelight. You know, one thing that I do, I work with Corker Media. We have our healthcare podcast, which is sponsored by myself. We use that podcast as a voice for healthcare. So we have charities come on, we have care homes, we have anybody and everybody that is something to do with health and well-being or health and social care. We invite them onto the show. There's no cost to them. You know, we fit the cost for that. And it's about keeping, you know, the health and social care in the spotlight, because it's too easy. You know, we could sit here and talk about healthcare all day long and know that there's a big problem. But 2 minutes later, you'll be talking to somebody else about what happened on EastEnders last night. It literally is. That's the way people are working and thinking of it.
And that podcast is doing really well.
Yeah, so I think it's 10 or 11 episodes. We over 90,000 views now.
That's
on
amazing. That is stunning.
I know. And, you know, that's majority of views have come on Facebook. The views on YouTube have started to pick up. Yeah, it's mind blowing. So we
how do people get to see that podcast? What's the name of it?
So it's the Healthcare Podcast. They can go on to Inspiring On's Facebook page. That's where all the videos are. It's on our YouTube page as well, which is obviously Inspiring On. And we're about to start the second series in April, the start of April. We're looking for anybody in healthcare, anybody to do with charities, anything like that want to raise their profile. We would welcome them onto the show. Okay, how do they get hold of you? So they can email me at tony@inspiringon.com, or they could go to the website and submit an interest, which that will get back to me. Or if you go on the website, we have telephone numbers there. You know, give one of my team a ring. Somebody will get in contact with me. I'll get in contact with them.
Sure.
Yeah.
The future. What does that look like for you?
Very bright, very bright. You know, we certainly have a different way of looking at healthcare and the healthcare sector. We're using our profits to raise the profile of healthcare and to invest back into our staff and to our clients. We have a business partnership which is about working with clients a lot closely. So rather than just being an agency that comes in, agency is a very bad word in healthcare because it's seen as, you know, as just coming in, taking money and giving nothing back. And, you know, we've really got to think about that kind of model. That model doesn't work anymore. We need to start giving back. You know, everybody at some point is going to need some kind of healthcare, and everybody has a story, whether you know, a positive about family members or whatever, about how well they were looked after in a hospice, how well they were looked after here, there. Everybody's got a passion about healthcare. It's about pulling that to the front and getting people to support a different strive, a different direction, a different drive in healthcare.
Wow. You can feel the energy and the passion that you have, and no wonder you're doing really well. And
well, it's the thing, you know, I don't do it for money. I've got a genuine passion to actually create that change.
I can feel it.
Yeah, and I know that we will create that change. You know, we're working very hard in Cornwall at the minute. Cornwall is kind of our starting ground. You know, we we're doing fantastic. We're about to go national, which is fantastic. The future really is bright, but the future's bright for healthcare as well. The future's bright for the people we employ. These people need to be looked after. They look after us, and we need to look after them. And I think that's what's been missing for a very long time in healthcare.
I was reading something by Gary Vaynerchuk and also Tony Robbins a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about, actually, we used to say customer first, and actually a lot of businesses have gone past that now, and they say, actually, our employees first, because they'll then deliver a better service, which means that the clients will get a better service as a result of that.
Absolutely. And look, these guys are looking after, people that are, sick, elderly, dying. They deserve to be looked after. They deserve the best care themselves, There is not many jobs where you can go in and look after somebody for 5 years, watch them die in front of you, and then 2 minutes later, wipe your tears because you've got to pop next door and go and support somebody else. And you've got to finish your 12-hour shift. How many jobs are there out there like that? These guys are genuine heroes. And I think, it's about time that they are treated like that. We are building a pedestal to put them on, to allow them to shine. We've got to.
Is there anything else that you'd like to mention today? I mean, this is your platform. This is I know you all have your own podcast, and so you know how this works. But is there anything else I've missed? Is there anything you want to say?
No, not really. No, I think just having the opportunity to come on your podcast and talk about what we're doing, talk about these changes that we're trying to make. We're always looking for new clients. Come and work with us. We are completely different to any other agency. I'm quite sure there are similar ones out there, but they haven't got me at the helm to drive this, and I am adamant we will create that change.
So you're looking not only for clients, but you're also looking for staff, people staff, to come and work with you.
If there are any nurses out there that want to come and work with us, any support workers, healthcare assistants, we're looking clients anywhere in the UK. We can recruit anywhere in the UK. We're not having a problem recruiting. A lot of people are. I think, the message that we're giving out is such a positive one. We are having hundreds of applications when we actually, when we're putting our job posts out. So we're not struggling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Tony. Thanks very much for coming in this morning. It's been amazing.
Thank you.